Hello there. Please forgive the shakiness of the camera. I'm not using my apparatus setup, so gonna be a little shaky. I just wanted to do this quick video, sharing a couple stories and then kind of actually requesting your help if you're watching this and you're a fan of rap music. I want to start out by saying that I'm not a person who judges people on the music they listen to. As I've grown older, I've developed a appreciation for pretty much all styles of music. I'm traditionally mostly a metalhead, have been my entire life. However, again, as I age, I have progressed and I've kind of splintered out and started listening to other things as well. Um, yeah, but rap is one that's always kind of eluded me. And this bothers me because I like to listen to different styles of music. I think that each style of music brings something different to the table, but rap's just always one that has escaped me and it kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm going to go into a couple of stories and just talk about how I came up with the idea to do this video. So, I want to start out by saying that I through my musical progression on what I listen to and things like that, I've learned some things. I've learned that you listen to different types of music in different ways. I'm going to give you an example. So, I'm now a large fan of punk music. I've always been a fan of kind of, I don't know what you would call it, 90s punk. So, bands like The Offspring and Pennywise and even a little bit of like Green Day, things of that, more of the pop punk type of stuff. But as you get into the old school punk bands like the Bad Brains, Black Flag, bands like that, I was always kind of lost. Like it didn't really trip my trigger, and it bothered me because I'm like, I love this new stuff. Well, new at that time, and I guess it's kind of old now. But I love the Offspring and all that type of stuff, and I'm like, I really wish I could get into the roots of it. Black Flag, Circle Jerks, Bad Brains, just music like that. But I would listen to it, and I would just kind of be at a loss. I was like, what is going on? And then I was having a conversation with someone. I can't remember who it was, but they turned me on to the idea that when you're listening to a punk song, you don't listen to you don't worry about the quality of the voice of the singer because it's more about getting the message out in a everyman sort of way, if that makes any sense. So it's like a normal guy who or gal who's not really good at singing, but they're belting out these lyrics in this angry way to get this message across. And if you can listen to it with that ear, it becomes better. Um, and that's just an example of a time that I learned to listen to music in a different way and learn to appreciate it and really enjoy it. I'm going to jump to tonight, right before I came home from work. And, well, I was on my way home from work, stopped in my hometown. I work about an hour away from where I live. I stopped to get some gas at this gas station in my small town. Um, at this gas station, it was about 10 o'clock at night. And at this gas station, there's a group of kids. They got their cars all parked around the parking lot, and they're out in the parking lot talking and laughing and things of like that. And it was very nostalgic. This specific spot in the town is like a collection point for you know kids who are running amok. You know what I mean? So there's guys and girls talking and all of this stuff, and they're joking and laughing, and the guys are kind of trying to act tough, and the girls are kind of trying to act sexy. That type of stuff. And it really made me kind of smile, and because I remember being that person. You know what I mean? In high school, and just kind of being that way. So I was kind of enjoying people watching them as I was pumping my gas and whatnot. And I was, you ever see a scenario and it's so nostalgic that you like what's gonna happen. Like I'm like, because so there's these two boys standing kind of in the middle of the parking lot, and this car pulls up, and they start automatically, like, you know, leaning into the open windows of the car and chatting and all this thing. And I'm like, I would bet, just from their body language, I was like, I would give any amount of money, I would bet any amount of money that there's girls in that car. You know what I mean? It's not their buddies, it's the girls. And I was right, you know, like I got a better look as I walked in to pay for my gas, and sure enough, it was a car load full of girls, right? And so I'm like kind of going through this, you know, and like the girls pull away, and automatically music starts to bump, right? Like loud music, as kids are prone to do. They just get their driver's license and they have a stereo system, and they're all happy to make sure you're listening to whatever the hell they're listening to. And but if it was me back in my day, it would have been some Slipknot, or it would have been some Offspring, or some Pantera, or you know, something in that vein. But it's rap. Like, these kids are listening to rap, and I'm trying to, you know, and they're acting all badass, you know, and I'm trying to get my head around how this music works for that. Like, I just, when it comes to rap, I've never been able to understand why it's so popular with young people, especially. I can understand it, like, if you grew up in an urban area, you know, and so the things that the people are singing about would be really close to you, um, because it's kind of an urban environment type of music, and, you know, like, the topic at hand would be something that you resonate with. But a small town country kid, why does this work? Why does this work for them? And so I guess I'm kind of extending the question out to everyone to be like, why is there, similar to how I learned, oop, there's my finger in front of the camera, similar to how I learned to listen to punk, is there a way I can learn to listen to rap? Like, I'm not being, I'm not trying to be facetious, or I'm not joking. I'm actually wanting to get advice on this, and be like, is there a certain way that I need to listen to rap? Is there a certain thing that I need to know in order to make it click? There might be. I might be missing it, you know? Yeah, you know, it's not that I detest rap or anything like that. It's just that it's never been a thing that, you know, rang my bell to the core and made me feel like, yeah, that dude's singing about the shit I'm feeling. It's never been that way. So maybe there's a way for me to, you know, adjust my mindset and adjust my ears and listen. So if you got an idea, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.